So, you know, I never go looking at my written words and then kind of, well, just at the haiku that I once wrote, I managed the writing in this manner. Looking at it and go like, what could I change? What could I leave out? What could I, you know, insert? But usually when I write something, I kind of have an experience, then I write it down. I don't look at it for quite a while, then a half a year later, I just erase all the unnecessary and boring parts. And then, having done so, that's my book. So then I'm gonna lay out it. When it's layouted, I leave it as that, because you always switch back and forth. When you're ready and finished writing the words and you're set, you usually go layouting, but then you see a few things that kind of wrong spelling and also boring sentences. So you kind of correct that, you erase the things you don't like. So you are switching back and forth right there. But then you also sort of Goed zie?
Dit de baan is
Het staat baan.
Ja?
Het staat baan.
Ja, ja.
So, niet juist. So then, when layouting is done, what you do, or what I do then is kind of like, oh yeah, the book is ready. I leave it at that, and then just before publishing it, I would open it and go, okay, can I publish a book like this? Has it got errors, stuff that looks boring? So yeah, if so, I go change all this. And then because I've changed so much, like words and outlook and layout and, you know, yeah, by then I'm already through with the cover. So because I got the cover, it's like, okay, I'm waiting to upload these two files, the cover and the book. So because I'm changing and I'm rearranging and stuff, you know, that's the time when I'm kind of uploading these two things a lot. And then I go, okay, now that's it. And then I have like the cover, all the maybe few versions that I came up with open at all times. And then I'm just like having exported them too. So I'm looking at them like every day. So when I come back or when I get up, I look at them and I go, well, actually, this one would combine like the last cover I made. I wanted to have a face sideways, and then the combination was I had a version of the cover where I had a lot of things combined. So me looking sideways, the face being big enough so that big portion of the head was not showing in the picture, was cut off. Then still the head being the profile in the middle, or let's say the eyes still not being on the left or right side, sort of in the center, like I have it with the other book covers. But then still me looking sideways, the area I'm looking at needs to be big enough so that you actually have some space there. Your eyes, the ones from the picture actually, can cross looking. So if you have eyes looking at the border of a picture, having a face sideways and then the border is right there, doesn't look that relaxed. But if I move the border outward without adding any backgrounds, nothing, then the picture is much more kind of, yeah, at ease. So yeah, why am I walking with sneakers, you know, when the ground is like this and I could still be wearing the flip-flops? Yeah, it's because up on the mountain at times it's like Minka, you know, autumn set in. We really have to call it a day. So I threw away the flip-flops to be able to kind of, yeah, to kind of again get rid of stuff I don't want to have around. So that one, that very lucky TV presenter, married 40 years, and his wife, he left now, and his house burnt down, and you know, he talked about that loss, which doesn't really feel like a loss to him. Still, it kind of feels like the way he talks about it. So he said he had a book collection of Karl May books, and now he doesn't have to think about something to do with them. He was sure that his kids wouldn't want to have it, and now that it's gone, he's really kind of, you know, relieved from those books. And then the other thing, he had the last poem Panther by Rilke he had, with a letter beside the poem that Rilke wrote to a woman admiring her, and then beside that poem there were corrections. And you know, the handwriting of Rilke was in a writing that's called Sütterlin, so no one really can read that one anymore nowadays. It's just a different writing style. And so he had that one. So he said, you know, whenever walking up the staircase, he would look at that Rilke page he had, the poem and the letter within a frame. So that's kind of cool. And me, I'm like, yeah, I'm producing stuff, so now I'm giving away the produced stuff, so I have it at the place. It's not lost, you know. He's kind of losing his stuff, and that's like, you know. But I'm having stuff produced myself that I never ever want to lose. So what you saw me send away was something like this. It was a photo art piece which is situated close to the border of movie. So in movies you have a frame that you kind of put into the light. So the lens opens and whatever light hits the photo celluloid, so that inverted picture then actually gets to be the picture that you're capturing. So what I made was, I made a picture of the private parts of me with a scanner. So with a scanner you can look at stuff very closely. So it's like having a camera obscura, that you have kind of a dark space, a hole where light could enter, and on the other side you got the celluloid, or you got the photo paper right there. So then the photo paper, being sensitive to light too, will also capture all that is in the open outside that box. So that's the camera obscura, the very simplest camera, which takes hours to actually capture a picture somehow, but also somehow not, because if it's just, you know, the smaller the hole, the more details, or, you know, the less light, the more light has to get in throughout time, and then the picture gets blurred. So these are the things, and it's upside down. The picture. With the lens it is, and I'm not sure, camera obscura, there is no lens, there is just a hole. So then maybe the picture doesn't get turned upside down. So what you got when a scanner looks at you is a lot of details. Because of that you can blow up a picture or frame to huge pictures. So I printed that picture onto 3 stripes of transparent foliage, transparent photo paper. So each of that stripe is 84 centimeters wide, and they're all like 2 meters 40 centimeters long. So when hung in a corner, 2 of those stripes on the left and 1 on the right, you get a picture of my private parts with mustard on. And so that's why it's called Mustard Corner. And because boys had some grease corner within a museum, and then the cleaning woman came and didn't see it for what it is, so she didn't kind of think of it as art. So then she cleaned it away. So the butter that was on a podest in a corner was demolished. So that's why it is in the corner. And yeah, people cannot really see the private parts and the mustard unless they photograph it, because it's on a transparent paper. It gets sharp when kind of hit by a flashlight from the foreground, and then you can look onto the picture you are capturing within your device, and you got an original, and that one is sharp. And then if you were to show it with backlights, then too you would see a sharp picture. Or just place the picture, you know, all flat onto a white surface. That one would work as well. So yeah, that one I sent to them. Later on, when I hear of them receiving it and liking it and not throwing it away, because that's my only concern. You know, if they throw it away, minchia. So, you know, whatever. So I'm like, my back hurts a bit, and now I will sit on this second bench for a while and then head up to the midway bench. And I will just take it easy, because last night I was up until 4 o'clock. So wrote a lot on my movie script today, and so I'm like, you know, thinking about where I'm heading to. So my mind is kind of not liking the actual life situation at the moment. I'm also going through it all by myself, which is a good thing. I would love to stay living by myself, actually. But like when the money arrives, I will want to see a guy down the valley, and whether in his house I could have a flat, because they're all relaxed.